Hey everybody, I'm gonna do a satsang on this nice new phone that I got. Way better camera. And just gonna show everybody the beautiful view. Thunder Mountain. And then we'll just see if a satsang comes up or not. I don't have a good phone stand though. Maybe we'll make one up. Had my 34th birthday last week, and it's been a really intense week since then. Here we go. You don't get that nice, beautiful view from my background because I don't have a good phone stand. Maybe I'll get one. So all of this is all appearing from extraordinary love. And as the body relaxes into that love, a lot of stuff can come up. I don't know why a lot of stuff comes up when the body's relaxing into what it is. But a lot of junk comes up, a lot of collective stuff, ancestral stuff, the personal story. And all of that's actually on its way out. It's collapsing, so it's kind of funky feeling. It's like physically painful when that personal identity is dissolving, because it's a just a messy process, but you know what? That's totally cool. Because this energy that's here, which is love, it's got it going on, man. Like, it's got our back. It just kind of has this knowingness to its process and to what it's doing and where it's going and how it is. And no matter how painfully we are enduring the transformation of consciousness, because that's what it's doing, it's transforming. It's transforming itself. It's transforming what we are, what we think we are. It's consuming just every little part of you that still thinks it's separate, that still thinks it's responsible for where it's going. It's taking all of that into its back to its source. And enduring's a good word. Letting go is a good word too for it. Waiting for my boyfriend because he went and hiked that hill up there. It's pretty steep, but it's like everything in this canyon echoes, so I can hear when he's coming. I don't like steep hikes like that. So yeah, the humanness is just, it's a messy thing. You know, it's trying to navigate and figure out this little storybook world that it thinks it belongs to, and that can be very exhausting and terrorizing and traumatizing and confusing, and it's just no fun after a while, especially if you're on that spiritual journey and on that movement of consciousness towards the truth. That the story gets real old real fast if you're on that path. And so this message is really just about how consciousness or being or life is always trying to just express its truth, you know, through everything in every form. It's just trying to push you further out onto that ledge so that you can finally just jump and relieve yourself of the burden of thought and the burden of that energy contraction that is fueling thought. So like there's just so many words used in non-duality. I use a lot of words, a lot of teachers use a lot of words, and that can also just kind of cover up the message oftentimes. But the most safe place to go with non-duality is probably just observation. Just keep watching, keep paying attention, because the very act of paying attention is love. You know, that's like the most in alignment we can get with things is when we're paying attention. And that is what transforms consciousness from attachment, from identity, from control, from fear. All that crap that's coming up, that will dissolve if it's being watched, you know? Because the thing that's watching it is the silence from which all this stuff is coming out of, all these forms, all these energies, all these multitude of experiences and stuff. That's all coming out of silence. These words are coming out of silence. These trees are coming out of silence. This video is coming out of silence. Just that silent watcher. And who cares how deep you go or how far you go or whether or not, you end up liberating yourself or whatever. All that shit, that's all junk. It doesn't matter. None of that matters. That's part of all the story plots that keep sucking everything back in. Just drop it all. The minute you just kind of stop is where you can be most in alignment with the truth. When you just stop looking for enlightenment, stop looking for the next best situation and the answer to the question. Stop looking for the solution to the problem, the way out. Just stop. First, it'll feel uncomfortable and it'll suck, and it's painful and confusing and just gross. But it's part of the dissolution. It's part of that process. It's part of the presence that's emerging. It will want to swallow that activity of the mind up, and you have to let it do that, because that's kind of what it's after. It's after just really grabbing hold of all the parts of you that are still seeking, and it wants all of that. So just give it up, because you're not going to find fulfillment in any of that stuff anyway. Like I said, it gets real old real fast once you're on this path. So kind of just better to drop it. Sooner the better. Quicker. Kind of like a clean break. Nice clean break. Takes some will, some decision, some devotion. Really takes all that energy to really just say that enough is enough, man. Anyway, it's nice to take my satsang out into nature. And hope you're having a great day wherever you are.